Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Posttopostpod podcast. With me, as always, is my co-host, Chris Ronan, and I do want to say happy first Father's Day, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I didn't even know it was Father's Day till literally, I think today or yesterday.
Yeah. A pair of New Balances coming for me, you think?
Oh, hell yeah, baby. Was it $20, $30 maybe?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to come with me because you're going to need to, do the dad thing. We put them on, kind of, run back and forth down the aisles and stuff. Make sure that they're good.
You ever see the video of the kid that goes in the store, he's trying on shoes, and then, he literally runs for the exit, and the people, freak out thinking he's stealing the shoes, and then he just, stops and then turns around and runs back.
Oh, yeah? Trying to figure out what else I can get you, too. New Balance, I feel, is a little cheap little present for you. Maybe I got to get you some leg socks, or what do you call those, those tube socks or whatever.
Yep. I wonder if my wife's gonna get me a number one dad hat or a mug.
Maybe a number one dad koozie for you.
Yeah, great idea. Got the right shirt on today too. Friday Beers, baby.
Friday Beers, baby.
I love that Instagram account. You follow them?
I don't follow them, but yeah, you keep sending me stuff on Instagram.
You got to follow them, man. They're so good. They make the best fucking memes. They're minute-long videos of just anything that's all the same. So they'll do an Adam Sandler one, and it's clips from Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and it's all just about gas and beers. It's hilarious.
Was Friday Beers where you got the we put it up on our Instagram. It's Thursday.
No. The White Claw Gabe.
The White Claw Gabe.
That dude's hilarious.
Oh my god.
He's in the store the other day, and there's some actor, I forget his name, but I see him all the time. And the dude's asking about them. He's like, yeah, cacti if you want to get more buzz. And he's like, what about Truly? He's like, fuck that. That's hillbilly shit. So funny, dude. I love it. White Claw Gabe is the man.
Gotta love memes. And I follow him. I found his Instagram. I didn't realize
you follow White Claw Gabe.
Yeah,
that's hilarious, dude.
I think because I liked it and posted his stuff that it was his
recommended
the guy. Yeah. So how's your week been, buddy?
It's good. I'm battling some poison ivy. I hate that shit. I get it twice a year doing the yard work. Maybe for Father's Day, I'll get a little landscaper, a little landscape action, so I don't have to do it.
This is where social distancing really helps out.
Yeah. So if you want some, just let me know.
I'm all set.
I'm happy to share with you.
I like this arm distance right here. Yeah, it sucks. When did you get it? How long have you had it for?
I got it. I did yard work Sunday, and it popped up on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, God, I've been, holding the baby all day Monday.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, she better not get it. But she hasn't gotten it, which is good, and I don't think she's going to at this point. So.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's an all clear. So we got the Canadiens versus Vegas Golden Knights on currently right now. It's Friday at 9:30. It's 1-1 right now, right? Second period.
Yep.
Good game. We still got Vegas.
Yeah,
you still got Vegas? I think I picked Montreal for this, right?
Yeah, you picked Montreal. I picked Vegas.
Yeah, I got Montreal in 7, and then you got Vegas in 6.
Yeah, this just the depth of all these teams left in the playoffs. If we want to jump into that, it's insane. I think that these 4 teams that are left, it really shows how deep these teams are. I think all 4 of these teams are deeper than the Bruins. They're all deeper than the Maple Leafs. I think the Maple Leafs' fourth line was lacking. You name it. They're just the deepest teams possible.
Right. And the majority of them are producing, which you need. You need the guys, fourth line guys, still producing. I think the biggest one to show for that is the Montreal Canadiens here. You got Tyler Toffoli. He's been the talk of the town in Montreal with 5 goals so far. Joel Armia with 5 goals. Nick Suzuki with 4 goals. We just saw Nick Suzuki in this game. He's the one that got bundled, right?
Yeah, he got bundled.
Holy God. And he got up nothing happened. And you need those type of players that can take a hit like that and just keep it going.
Especially in the playoffs. You need to stay healthy.
Right. And then for, what was it, last game? Was it Corey Perry? Who's the Montreal player with the eyes?
Jeff Petrie. Jeff Petrie has an upper body injury, and due to it, there's blood in his eyes. It's crazy looking. It's nuts. We'll throw a picture up for you guys to see, but it's just scary. And his wife confirmed on Twitter. She's like, he's not in any pain. He's it's fine, but it's just gross looking.
Yeah, it looks bad.
He's like, my kids were scared of me, and I just told them that I was going to be a villain. You guys could be the superheroes, and they all got along after that. But it's creepy looking.
It is. I thought something. So I missed that game. I had to watch the highlights. But it was all over Instagram, and I'm like, what the hell happened to him? Like, the fact that like the picture of him too is kind of, I think it's him leaning on the bench, and I'm like, why is this guy leaning on the bench? He needs to like go into the locker room and like, get checked out. Like that does not look good.
Yeah, it's just weird that he's not in any pain with it either. I feel like my eyes would feel like, you know, that like when you're sore in the morning, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and your
eyes just feel like sensitive to the touch.
Right, exactly. Like, I don't know, they're just beet red, just bloodshot, not looking good. But I don't know, man. Like, he can get through it. He can get through it.
Yeah,
he's got to be the
nuts.
big boy. Got to be the big boy. So with this series going on, how are you feeling about your pick?
Yeah, I think I got the right call here. I don't think Montreal's going to be able to get much further with what they had. I think Vegas beat Montreal last game 4-1, I believe, right? Game 2.
It was the game 1.
Game 1, they beat them
4-1. And I think, with you saying that, I think that my pick, I'm confident in my pick as well, which is Montreal. Where like we talked about before, this too is like these series right now. All these teams are seeing each other for the first time this entire season. So game 1 is, I wouldn't say is all of them filling each other out, but you know, it is. Like, they might have had a rough game. Montreal might have had a rough game against them, but I feel like game 2, and especially this game right now, Canadians are back to looking like an all-around team. Someone messed up here in Montreal and just gave the pass away.
Yeah, it was Stahl behind the net, and he like grabbed the puck, and I think he thought the other defenseman was going to be there to grab it for him, but it was actually Roy on Vegas. Is it Wah? It's Wah, isn't it?
I think it's Roy. It's Roy. No, it's Roy.
But he just buried that. Like, it was, thank you. Free assist.
Top cheese to Carey Price. But I guess the way the Canadians have been playing, too, is in a matter of like a minute and a half, maybe, they came back. Breakaway goal. Now it's tied up 1-1.
Yeah, but their shots right now are 1 for 5 Montreal. Mm-hmm. Vegas has taken 25 shots on goal already. And Vegas has 0 giveaways. Montreal has 15. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just think Vegas is going to outwork them big time here, and I don't see this going 7 either, personally.
I mean, there's only one way to find out. But one thing I've noticed too throughout this entire playoffs is, I've talked about this before, where you look at like the shot clock. The number of shots per team, and there are so many times where you saw a team with like 45 shots on goal losing to a team with 22 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost looking at it and you're like, oh, it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but also at the same time, it's just like, you can't really base it off of shots, I guess, in these type of games. Like Montreal, and this could have, what are they at now?
1 for 5.
No, what there's the shot counter right in the
1 for 5. They had 5 shots on goal.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow, even in the second period?
Yep.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know. I agree with what you're saying, but 5 shots halfway through the game, 10 shots a game, that's not going to get the job done.
No, it's not. And they're home.
Yeah. But the crowd's revved up now. That Cole Caulfield goal was really nice on the breakaway.
That massive crowd in Montreal right now is just kind of revved up. I don't even see a crowd, man. Oh, there we go. I see some people right there. That's something I wanted to kind of look up. Like, how many fans can even be in there?
550.
Oh, 550?
In Canada, yeah, and they're all vaccinated frontline workers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Remember did we talk about Toronto?
Yeah.
Where just like I think they got free jerseys and they're still like.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I feel like after that game when they lost, I think some of the workers just like left their jerseys. Like,
no shit.
Yeah, they're just like Toronto leaving in Toronto fashion. Even the healthcare workers are just like, nah, you can keep these
first
free
round
jerseys.
Exit too, man. That's just embarrassing for Toronto. That sucks.
It's bad. It just doesn't look good. So one thing I did want to talk about too, I guess we're going to jump from this series to the next, is Tampa Bay. Me and a coworker of mine, he's way ahead of whatever the hell we're talking about. He's already talking about like postseason signings and trades and stuff. And I'm like, we're not there yet. We still have the playoffs going on. But what he did tell me was that Tampa Bay Lightning are like they have to make moves in the playoffs because I think they're negative $5 million in the cap space. Like,
yeah, this year was a lot of playing the game the numbers game when it comes to the cap, because you can send someone down to the taxi squad and free up some money just to like get by for the season. But next year it's going to be very different. It's going to look very different.
This team is going to look very different next season. Sorry,
I don't know about very different, but there's going to be a few moves.
There's going to be a few big moves, and I'll be curious to see what they do, because there's so many good plays. Like, who would you move? Braden Point, Steven Stamkos. Like, there's so many like top end guys.
You could sell so high on Point right now, but that would leave such a hole in your lineup, I feel like.
Exactly. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna be very fucking curious. And then we also have the Kraken, which is July 21st, right, for the expansion draft. So
that's also an easy way to offload some contracts. Any contract you don't like, you say, hey, we know that this guy is like a huge star, but we don't want his contract anymore.
Right.
You don't protect him, and you see if Seattle picks him up, and if not, if not, then you could still make some moves happen, but it also frees up some room if they do pick him up.
Exactly. So definitely, I can't wait to get into that. I think postseason will be a lot of like numbers games for each team, but I think it'll be very interesting to see. And by the time we get into it too, I think the expansion draft will have already happened, so we'll kind of already have kind of some knowledge about what all the teams are looking at, or how their cap space, their salary cap is.
Yeah. Tell you what, I couldn't do that job, man. General manager and determining all these, like how much this guy's worth, how long we sign him for, making all the numbers work.
There's no way. Insane. You have to be a huge math guy. And you also got to work with the players too. Be like, hey, like I want this amount.
And you work with the agents.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, agents. And be like.
That makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
So then you're not pissing off your own player, you know what I mean?
Right. And to talk about Braden Point, again for the Tampa Bay Lightning, he's leading the team in goals in the playoffs right now with 11. And then coming in second is Alex Killorn with 6. So he's making a big difference right now in the playoffs. I mean, Braden Point last game, was it last night? He got that sick goal against
Varlamov?
On Varlamov there, yeah. He was kind of just like, he kind of dove.
He was getting pushed to the ground in front of the net and just whipped
it, pretty much right 5-hole through Varlamov. So he's been a huge part of Tampa Bay Lightning in the playoffs there. Stamkos, again with 5. I mean, this is another team that just, they're getting it from so many guys. I mean, there's a few guys here that just like, you wish they could contribute more. You got Ryan McDonough, Eric Cernak.
Even Cernak, though. He's got 7 assists. That's very good.
Oh, yeah, true. What about Mikhail Sergachev?
Yeah, Sergachev's not looking so hot, but he's a defenseman, right? I believe?
Yeah.
I might be wrong in that. That's embarrassing. But no, he's a young guy, and I think that the Islanders are smart about the way that they do things.
He's a defenseman. Sorry.
The Islanders are smart about the way they do things. Like, I feel like for Boston, they targeted certain players and like shut them down, got them thinking. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think they're doing the same thing with some of the Lightning's top performers.
Oh yeah, for sure. I still like my pick for Tampa. And it's going exactly how I said in the last episode it was going to go. Like the Bruins again weren't that healthy. Islanders were just able to kind of fly right. I wouldn't say fly right through them, but like looked a lot better in front of them. But Tampa is just like this.
Oh, my God. He just fucking hit him into the open doors at the bench. That is brutal. Jesus Christ. That didn't look good. No, yeah, I totally agree. I think that Tampa has their hands full with the Islanders, but I don't think that they're, worried yet.
No, not at all. And to dive into the New York Islanders there, too.
Their fourth line is fucking awesome. Clutterbuck, Cizikas, and who am I missing? There's one more. Matt Martin. Matt Martin's a big boy.
I have it up, yeah.
He fought Pat Maroon the other night, too. That was a good tilt.
I mean, 3 top dudes right here, too. Like, you've been seeing a lot of Matt Martin as of late. He's been that guy to get in people's faces and shit. Like exactly what you said. And you need that guy in the playoffs. You need that guy to step up for the guys who are scoring on the team. The kind of small guys.
Yeah.
Cizikas and Cal Clutterbuck. I think Cizikas is actually UFA at the end of this season, so this will be another team that'll be interested to see what the hell they do. But I guess the first line, Komarov, Barzal, and Eberle. I didn't realize Eberle was first line for some reason. Is he like?
Yeah, he's usually up there. I think Nick Leddy's usually up there too, right? Nick Leddy's been out injured.
Where's Nick Leddy? Oh yeah, he's out. So he's not there. Yeah, he's out injured. He's not there.
Yeah, that Palmieri, Zajac, and Pajot line's really nice too.
It's unbelievable.
They're just, like I said, I think these are the 4 deepest teams in the league right now.
Right. So to go back to the Islanders here, so who were we talking about?
Nick Leddy.
Oh, I was talking about Nick Leddy, and then I was Barzell with like 5 goals. Cal Clutterbuck with 4. Oh, here we go. Jordan Eberle with 3 goals here. I mean, top line guy, 3 goals, 7 assists. So he's definitely been that playmaker and scores ever so often. So I mean, deserving of being in the top line. Kind of like a playmaker kind of guy for the first line.
Yep.
But let's see if we want to dive into. I guess while we're here, we can dive into the. We'll dive into the Vegas and Montreal as we're watching the game here. So, we want to talk about the fourth line here.
Fourth line here sucks. I think this is probably the weakest line in the league right now. Ryan Reeves hasn't done too much. Will Carrier and Keegan Colasar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Not too much.
I don't know. And then what do you say the third line here? Dylan Sikora, Nicholas Roy, and Matthias Janmark.
Yeah,
I mean,
that one's good.
Yeah. And then second and first line is where everything's at. So Riley Smith, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault. And then Max Pacioretty, Alex Tuch, Mark Stone, man. Like those 2 lines, you must hear those names from the announcers at least 10, 15 times. They're always on the ice. They're always getting the puck. They're always doing something. Those are the top 2 lines. But yeah, you're right. When you see this and go back to the New York Islanders, it's just line to line to line to line, like.
Yeah, and I think that's why Montreal's having not an easier time, but they can shut down those top 2 lines, and now it's a lot easier of a game to deal with because their fourth lines just outwork. Fourth and third line on Montreal is going to outwork and beat Vegas skill-wise.
Oh, yeah. They've come out of nowhere. Fourth line is Joel Armia, Eric Stahl, and Corey Perry. And then you got the third line, Paul Byron, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Josh Anderson. I mean, this is another all-around team here, too. Second line, Tyler Toffoli, Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield. Or I like what you said, Goal Caulfield.
Yeah.
That was nice, huh?
Philip Deneau, too, I think a few minutes ago, 7 for 9 on faceoff, 77.8% this game.
That's awesome.
Fucking insane, dude.
That's first line. And then right next to him is Terry Lehkonen and Brendan Gallagher. I've always hated Gallagher for some reason. He's just kind of been like this pain in the ass, but he's really shown his colors as of late. So that first line, I mean, like I just said, Tyler Toffoli, man, he's third line and still up there in goals again all around. And you're getting it from guys that are just, again, fourth, third line guys that are just helping out. And you need that. You can't be stuck being like, all right, we need these first and second line guys to help us out, and just leave the third and fourth just like, I don't know, play some defense or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess with that said, I think we could talk about like the depth in these, especially from the line combinations. The depth with these teams, just looking at them.
Nick Leddy is back in the lineup. What an asshole, and he's a defenseman.
He's a defenseman.
I'm an idiot.
I was just looking at that too. I'm like, oh, there he is.
It's Anders Lee is who I'm thinking of. He's out injured. He's their captain, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yep. I think it says so right here, right? Injuries, yeah. Anders Lee, Johnny Manchuk, and Oliver Wahlstrom, both out. Oliver Wahlstrom's day today. But what did I want to say here? Yeah, it's just you can see these lines and just see the depth. I think after watching hockey like for the entire season, all you have to do is just see the names and like not even the stats and be like, okay, here's the depth. Here's where everything's coming from. But it's interesting to see Islanders have like this kind of depth, and I'm still like Tampa is going to take this for sure. So we'll jump into Tampa here. So their fourth line is Patrick Maroon, Tyler Johnson, and Ross Colton. For the third line, it's Barclay Goodrow, Yanni Gourde, and Blake Coleman. Second line is Alex Killorn, Anthony Cirelli, and Steven Stamkos. And then the first line is, holy shit, Andre Palat, Brain Point, and Nikita Kucherov. Like, another all-around team. Yet they're playing so much better somehow would you say better, or would you say just a little better than the Islanders right now?
I would say just a little better. I think that the Islanders know their game. They're coached very well by Barry Trotz. They're willing to put it all on the line. They remind me a lot of a team coached by Tortorella, just the way that they all buy in and do their thing. But I think that overall Tampa Bay is just, they've been there, they've done this, and I think the bond that they have after last year being in the bubble and getting through all the shit that they had to go through last year and, being there now.
Right.
I think that's really what separates them from the Islanders.
Mm-hmm. So, not much going on this week, hockey-wise. There's not much. Like when you look at like OHL news and stuff. Still, Ty Curry's like the talk of the town. Toward like the end of the playoffs here, so not much going on with hockey. So, but some big news coming out from the NHL. You got the NHL awards coming out every so often. Not all the awards are out. There's an award coming out in 2 days from now, and then the majority of them come out, I think the day of the Stanley Cup finals game, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. But I do want to jump into, I guess, head coaches here. So one I do want to jump into is, sorry. Oh, my God, I'm going to die here. Sorry, I had him right here. Oh, sorry. Gerard Gallant will be the next coach for the Rangers, who replaces David Quinn, who was fired on May 12th. Remember the Rangers, it's funny when I read this, and I'm like, oh, the Rangers are a good team. And then, I was looking back at notes, throughout, this whole season and the podcast. I'm like, oh, the Rangers had, a rough go.
Yeah, they had a fucking terrible year. They're not a good team right now. They are too young, and they need a good, solid coach like Gerard Gallant. And if there's anyone that can build the team up from nothing, it's him. You saw him, what he did in Vegas,
Right. It's unbelievable. So, for his record in head coaching, he started as a head coach with the Columbus Blue Jackets back in 2003 to 2007. They finished fourth in Central, third, and then he was fired in Columbus in 2007. And then kind of just, would you say, got up from there, figured things out? He got to Florida in 2015, 2016, and got them first in the Atlantic. And then, 2016, 2017 left.
No, it was such a shock when he was fired there. I did not expect that to happen.
No, me either. But you take a Florida team, 2015, 2016, you take a Florida Panther team like the way they were then and somehow get them first in the Atlantic. That's a big move right there. And then after he leaves, he goes to the Vegas Golden Knights, 2017, 2018, when they first that's when they first entered the league, right?
That was their inaugural season.
And as soon as they enter the league, he comes in as the head coach. He gets them first in the Pacific. He gets them to the Stanley Cup Finals, one. And then the next year, 2018, 2019, he gets them third in the Pacific. They lost in the first round of the San Jose Sharks. And then you get those 2 years that are just great, but somehow 2019, 2020 season, he gets fired. That's kind of a weird move, but at the same time, they picked up another great coach here for Vegas. But I think this will be a great pickup for the Rangers, because I think we were talking about, was it this team we were talking about with head coaches? Where I was like, what if John Tortorella goes back? Because wasn't there talk about Tortorella leaving Columbus?
Yeah, he's not re-signing in Columbus this season.
Right, and then who was the other one?
Mike Babcock doing television.
Doing it. But I thought that this signing was perfect, because can you imagine Mike Babcock signing with the Rangers? To be like, dude, the players would just want to leave. It's exactly with John Tortorella. I guess his coaching style is just players don't want to do it. Yeah.
I think they both know that they're done. I think Tortorella will land on his feet somewhere, but I think they both know that their shit isn't working anymore.
Yeah, and I think it started with, do I want to say started with them or even before them? I'm thinking the whole Bobrovsky and, was it Foligno? Was it Foligno that they went down to Florida Panthers just to have a conversation?
No, Panarin.
Oh, Panarin. Yeah, they went down, and I think that was the big telltale. That was something's going on, in Columbus.
No, I mean, it's always been a thing. I think it's just been known that I mean, we talk about this every week. I feel like the players don't want to be there, but
you're right. But we're not lying. So, I mean, and with Joe and Tortorella gone, like, who are they going to pick up?
Yeah, I think they need a whole culture change too.
Right, exactly. So we're going to move on from Gallant here, and we'll definitely see what he does with the team next season. And one thing I did want to bring up, even though we were talking about this, and I do, so I don't hate Carolina Hurricanes, but like I just don't like their what do we call them, the storm surge. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. I have shit on it in the past, but their head coach Rod Brindamore is so deserving of this re-signing. He signed another 3-year contract with Carolina, and I thought the coolest thing, especially for a coach in his position, I think it screams. I think this screams, I want to be here and I want to do my job and I want to do my job right, because the signing was delayed with the Hurricanes because he wanted to ensure his coaching and support staff would all return with him. Plus, he felt he could have the most success by staying in Raleigh, right? Rather than leaving for another team. I think that screams like, I want to be here, but just you give me the guys to make this team what I want it to be.
I think he knows that they have something good going there, in that, yeah, it was disappointing what happened this year, but if we come back with the same group next year, I think that we can give it another shot and have a real good kick at the can,
Right, exactly. And not to mention that this week also, Rod Brindamore won the Jack Adams Award for Best Coach of the Season. So, I mean, that screams it right there. As of right now, he signed a 3-year extension, but we don't know how much. It wasn't disclosed. But I think that's a great signing for the team. I can't see the team. What's the word I'm looking for? No, I was gonna say I can't see the team getting worse, but that doesn't make any sense. I can see the team getting progressively better with him as the head coach. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to say. So congrats to Rob Brindamore for winning the Jack Adams Trophy and getting that signing. We're gonna see him again, definitely. I feel next season in the playoffs, and I think they'll have a better push than they did next season, depending on what their postseason looks like. With like, I don't know. Again,
the postseason's over.
I'm thinking like, not postseason, but like after playoffs, what it looks like with their signings and what they have to do as a team.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what they do. I think Nedeljkovic and Mrazek seem to be the goalies to go to.
I think they need another one. I think you need to groom Nedeljkovic more and get a different veteran in there. I think Mrazek's time is basically done, in my opinion.
Right.
That's just me.
I feel like Mrazek got burnt out in Detroit because he was like, Detroit was just this team that was like, just, hey, goalie, get in there and stop all the shots, because
They weren't like that when he was there, though, because he just came over, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It was this year and the year before that they weren't too good. I think 4 years ago was the first time they missed playoffs for the first time in like 30 years. So, but I think obviously he wanted out and they said okay.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like I'm done. But he's been playing great for Carolina. But with the talk of the Jack Adams Award for Rod Brindamore, we also have a few awards that happened this week.
Rattle them off. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll do it. So the Toronto Maple Leafs forward Austin Matthews won the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy with 41 goals during this regular season. Edmonton's Connor McDavid won the Art Ross Trophy with the NHL's best 105 points. Dude, McDavid was a god. I remember I was paying attention to him like in the middle of the season, and I was like, damn, he's doing real good. But it wasn't like toward the end where I think the NHL brought up like his points this season. I'm like, holy shit. And 105 points. I wonder if I could look it up. Like, is there? Probably there's no way to look it up right now. But I don't know who's closer. I honestly don't know who has. Well, let's see. I might be able to look it up here. Well, Chris is fucking NHL most points by player, most points in a season by player, right? I got this. Dead air right now. Dead air. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, go back. I want Rose, buddy. I want Rose. Because Connor McDavid's definitely on there. Obviously, the first thing you see is Wayne Gretzky. Oh, my God. Wayne Gretzky. All right, so I lied. I was thinking, like, holy shit. So, 109... Oh, he's not even on this list. Holy shit, huh? Dude, I thought, like... I mean, Connor McDavid had, like, a great season. I thought he had one of the best seasons I think the NHL saw, but apparently not. I didn't even look this up. He's not even in the 50, man. The 50 is his...
Are you talking about this year?
I'm talking about this year, man.
Yeah, he has no chance of making this list. There were only 52 games this season.
I'm just finding out about this. But 105 points in just 52 games is huge. It is massive. Wayne Gretzky, holy shit. 215 points in one season. Oh, my God. Dude. GOAT right here. GOAT. And then Mary Lemieux, and then GOAT shit, and then Mary Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky. Well, I learned something new today. But yeah, with that said, like, yeah, he had a great season. You can't say he didn't. He scored 21 more points than the number 2 guy on the list, which is his teammate Leon Draisaitl. So both of them are doing fantastic. Matthews and McDavid are also up for the Hart Trophy, so be on the lookout for that. The Golden Knights goalie tandem Fleury and Robin Lehner snagged the 2021 William M. Jennings Trophy for the fewest goals against, which is 124. It marked the first time Fleury won the award. Lehner won it back in 2019 with Thomas Greiss for the Islanders. Another award that happened this week, or was it last week? I think it was this week, was the King Clancy Memorial Trophy. It's awarded to the player who shows leadership on and off the ice. And has made a noteworthy humanitarian contribution to the community. And it was Pekka Rinne. The finalists were Curtis Gabriel from the Sharks and PK Subban from New Jersey Devils beside him, but Pekka Rinne got it. And then we have the Bill Masterson Trophy here, too. So awarded to the player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey, as voted on by the Professional Hockey Writers Association. You have the finalists. That was Matt Dummer from the Wild, Oscar Lindblom from the Flyers, and Patrick Malo from the Sharks, and Oscar Lindblom got it. And we'll be finding out more. And again, Rod Brind'Amour got the Jack Adams Award. Actually, we found out that the Selke Trophy, voted on by the PHWA. This trophy is awarded to the NHL's best defensive forward. And we found out that Alexander Barkov from the Florida Panthers got it. Next to him in the running was Patrice Bergeron and Mark Stone. And then we're waiting on... Actually, that's tomorrow, right? Saturday, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They're doing them like day by day.
Day by day. It's pretty cool. So tomorrow, which today's Friday, so tomorrow's Saturday, June 19th, we'll find out who wins the Lady Byng Memorial Trophy. The Lady Byng finalist is Austin Matthews, Jacob Slavin, and Jared Spurgeon from the Wild. The Lady Byng Trophy is awarded to the player who combines sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct with a high level of play, as voted on by the PHWA.
If playoffs were in consideration for that, I would say Austin Matthews should definitely win that. Did you see when the series was going on with Montreal and Toronto, and the Montreal players are like grabbing him, like face washing him? He's just sitting there smiling, like laughing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So funny.
Definitely should get that now. Actually, so this will be a good little move here. So I think I'll do that last. No, I'll do it now. So for the Calder Memorial Trophy, it's awarded to NHL's best rookie. The finalists is Kirill Kaprizov, Alex Nedeljkovic, and Jason Robertson from the Dallas Stars. I do want to get back into Kirill Kaprizov. Actually, you know, we can talk about him now since we're talking about him. There is talk about him. Great year for Minnesota. One of the best players on the team, would you say?
Yeah, I think Bill Guerin, the GM, really came in and turned the whole organization around. And Kirill Kaprizov was a huge addition, and he was like part of the culture changing there.
Right. Oh, they're gonna add more to that. No.
Nope, there you go. That's what I got there.
Fucking Justin. But yeah, so there was talk about him not coming back. There was talk about him signing with
Siska in the KHL.
Yeah, Siska in the KHL, which I found shocking, man. Like, you just kind of lit it up here in the NHL and was like, all right, time to move on to the KHL.
Yeah, he hasn't decided yet, and they said that the talks have gone cold, which I think is him just like, it's the offseason. I'm going to worry about me first and go back home to Russia and check shit out. I think that he can make a lot more money over in Russia with Siska.
Right.
But, like, after the year he had here, I don't know why he wouldn't come back to the NHL. But
I don't know why he wouldn't, but what I want to say to that, too, is what if he's, like, homesick? He's still a young kid. We talked about him before, Kirill the Thrill, that episode where there was a document. I wanted to say documentary. There's a half-hour thing on him from the Minnesota Wild YouTube page, and we're talking about the language barriers, where he's a young kid just still trying to like learn English.
Yeah,
and like he's just. All the players are like gathered around, like on their knees, just talking about the plays and shit. And Kirill's just standing up, like holding onto his stick, kind of looking around because like
doesn't know what they're saying.
He doesn't know what the hell is going on. So I don't know if this is just him saying like, I kind of want to go home to the people who speak my language, who I'm more comfortable with. I don't know if that's it, especially with COVID. Man, this has been for a brand new kid, for a young kid to come over here and just start like an entire new life by himself in like the professional hockey league, play the way he did, but like can't really get into sort of I'm looking for, like with the language barrier and everything. And then you also have COVID-19, which it turned everything upside down last year. Like it wasn't a normal year. It kind of like sort of I'm looking for, like it shut everything down. It made people like realize like you miss all this, like even the stuff you hated, you're just like, oh man, like I wish I was doing that. And I don't know if that was his thinking throughout this, saying like, man, I'd rather be home right now, especially with COVID, where you want to be with like your family members for stuff like this. You want to be close to them. And I don't know if that was, I don't know. If he goes, I would be interested to know what I don't think he would even come out and say it, but like I'd be interested to know what his mindset was to come over, because it's not like he's like this third line, fourth line kid who just came in and go to KHL, because we didn't even talk about this. He's this like first, second line kid who just lit it up in the league rookie year, who's on his way to get a Calder Memorial Trophy. He's in the fucking top 3. And he's like, yeah, I'm kind of done here. I want to go to the KHL.
He's gonna win it, man. Honestly, he's won it, definitely.
Right.
I think that it's gonna be heartbreak for Minnesota Wild and their fans if he doesn't come back. But it also makes me think, like, I wonder which league is actually better, the KHL or the NHL? Because you see, he lit up the KHL, and then he comes over in the NHL and lights it up too. So it's like, what do you think?
What do you think? Yeah.
I don't know too much about the KHL, like play-wise and everything.
I don't know either. I've seen videos too where even the KHL, I remember like mid-COVID, it's like, what was it, March or April of last year?
That's when it started, yeah.
And KHL, like I was seeing like just brand new games, and the crowds are just still packed. Like the arenas are like still packed. Like it didn't even exist over there. Players are having like a grand old time. So I don't know. Is it better over there? I don't know. Is it better here? I don't know. It could be just Kirill again. It could be just Kaprizov being like, I think I would just want to go home for a bit and maybe touch up on English while I'm playing there. So when I come back, I'm more comfortable at where I am.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
see what he decides.
So to move on from that, we're going to go back to the trophies here. So for the Hart Memorial Trophy, it's awarded to the player deemed most valuable to their team, which the finalists are Nathan MacKinnon from the Avalanche, Austin Matthews, and Connor McDavid. 3 big names here. I feel like Connor McDavid's going to get this. What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's going to be Nathan MacKinnon because Colorado did a lot better than Edmonton this year. Mm-hmm. I think that Connor McDavid is a lot like Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are a lot like Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. Yeah. And when one of them is out, the other one steps their game up and is huge. So McDavid missed some games this year, I think, or Draisaitl did. I forget. But either way, I think McKinnon just in general, like around all season, lit the lamp. President's Trophy winners, I think it's McKinnon by like a hair.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think it will be by a hair with all these three players too. Austin Matthews is always, but is this just for the season?
Yeah, these are all regular season.
Just
trophies.
regular season. Mm-hmm. I mean, Austin Matthews was just. I mean, all three of these players are fantastic. So I think this is, and it's deemed most valuable to their team too. Mm-hmm. So
that's like that year that Taylor Hall won on the Devils when the Devils were terrible,
right.
But he was the MVP because he basically was the New Jersey Devils.
Right.
You know,
exactly. So that will be announced during the Stanley Cup Final. So for the James Norris Memorial Trophy, the trophy goes to the NHL's top defenseman, and we got your boy who we talked about. I think one of the beginning episodes here too. Adam Fox from the Rangers, Victor Hedman, and Cale Makar. Adam Fox was who we were talking about with the 3 saves. You remember him?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna win.
And you nailed it. Well, you said something about. He's like, yeah, he's. You said something about he's going to be like the best. No, something about like an award he's going to get.
Yeah,
it was
like
this
one.
Is this one?
Yeah, I said that he would win.
And
this.
You nailed it.
I think he's still going to win it too.
I hope he does. So that will be announced for the Stanley Cup Final. Then we got the Ted Lindsay Award. This award is given to the player deemed most valuable to their team as voted on by members on the NHL Players Association. The finalists for that is Sidney Crosby, Austin Matthews again, and Connor McDavid. This will again be announced during the Stanley Cup Final. And then we got, so for the Vezina.
We already covered the Vezina last week, too.
Yep, so all of that. So the majority of everything we just talked about that wasn't announced besides. The Lady Bing's going to be announced tomorrow, Saturday. So I will have, for the edit, I'll put that on the bottom here to show you guys who won that. And then the winner for... no, that's it. So everything else is the Stanley Cup Final after that. So this is a fun time just to see, like... So didn't they do the NHL awards where...
Not yet. The award ceremony's after the Stanley Cup's all done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they want all the players to be able to be there.
Be there, yeah. That's what was confusing me too. I don't remember seeing this like ever so like day to day. Like here's the winner. For some reason, I don't remember that. I just remember like watching the award ceremony and just like, oh, here's the award goes to this.
Yeah, I think it'd be cooler if they announced it like on the spot. Like everybody goes there and like they don't know who's gonna win it, and then
all of a sudden just like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah. I think that would be a lot cooler.
Right, hell yeah. So we're gonna move on from that, and we're gonna talk about this absolute lad over here. If you don't know who he is or who I'm talking about, it's Dallas Stars defenseman Stephen Johns. He announced his retirement from ice hockey last week, right? It was last week. So what he's going to do is he's going to rollerblade across the country to raise awareness for mental illness. He said it all started when he watched a music video featuring the singer walking across the country.
I would walk 500 miles.
He goes, it's crazy. It was crazy, John said, but it's what I wanted to do. I had something I wanted to do. So it's cool as shit to see. It was such a curveball when I read this. Like, just a hockey player. It's like, I'm going to retire and rollerblade across the country.
He's not the first one to do this either. I think there's something called Blade Gang, and there's a couple of them.
Something like that, yeah.
And I think they went to UMass Boston and did this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
So this is cool as shit. I hope to hear more about how everything's going. So former Stars employee Jeff Totes is actually accompanying Johns in his journey. He's going to be shooting footage to make a documentary on the journey, so we'll be seeing stuff. But the story has already begun to pick up attention on social media. Johns has already been recognized by one person due to his initial post. Maybe I was always meant to be more than a hockey player, John said. Maybe this is just how I have an impact. So, you want to do it? That's great. I just rollerblading across the country, just like I don't know. It seems
people
like
are doing it. I don't get it.
It seems weird to me, but I'm glad he's doing. I'm glad he's raising awareness for mental illness. I think this is just a weird way of doing it. But is he actually rollerblading across the country?
Yeah, that's what the other guys are doing too.
I can't wait to see this documentary.
Yeah,
I can't wait. It's gonna be so interesting. His legs, man.
Yeah, they're gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Better pack some ice. Stopping at all the liquor stores along the way.
Just to get through. So what else do we have here? I think we're finishing up here. Oh, so actually I wanted to talk about the Canadians real quick. We didn't talk about this. Oh, did we? Fuck. I don't know. I'm going to say it again if I didn't say it. So the Canadians, we talked about their streak of the leading streak, or what's the not leading?
I don't know. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, but it finally ended. The streak ended at 447 minutes and 8 seconds without trailing, placing them second in the longest time in the playoffs. First is the Canadians. So, I mean,
nice.
So that was cool. They had a fucking run and a half, huh? And this all started with like them down 3-1, and they're just like, all right, well, I'm gonna knock Toronto out.
Yeah. If anyone's looking for obscure sports to watch this weekend or this week or this month, actually, I mentioned the PLL before. That's still going on. The U.S. Open is this weekend for the PGA. If anyone's interested in golf, Matt and I are getting after it tomorrow. Going to go hit some balls at Strawberry Valley.
Killing it.
And then the other thing that's going on, I think it started on the 17th of June, and it's actually, no, it's got to be sooner than that, maybe like the 12th. Excuse me, going on for like a month. It's the Euro Cup. It's one of soccer's biggest events, and it's like all the countries around the world. They're all playing and competing.
That's awesome.
There was actually a player that collapsed on the field. I think he had like a heart attack.
Really?
And they stretched him off, and I think he's doing okay now. But scary stuff at that. But this tournament's huge. So anyone that wants something new to watch, and what's interesting too, they're playing at night, and it's in Europe. But since it's at night in Europe, it's like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. here. So, like, if you need something to watch in the mornings, on weekends,
it's crazy.
even during the week, it's like 30 straight days of soccer. So,
reminds me of the Olympics. Was it 2 years ago, the Olympics, where you could wake up at like 5 in the morning and there'll be like some Olympic thing going on?
Yep.
Where was it? It was I'm gonna put you on the spot here. It's not Japan. It was
Sochi.
Oh, Sochi.
No, that was a few years back. I forget. Brazil. I think it was Brazil.
Was it Brazil?
Yeah.
It was cool as shit to see. Like, you'd wake up and, well, for me, I'd be waking up for work, and you'd think it's a rerun, but it's actually going on. And then you get home from work, and they're starting it up again.
Yeah, and you really think it's a rerun because it's like 5 a.m. and like obviously it looks like it's daylight there, or dark there, whatever. You know what I mean?
Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
that's actually happening. So I think we're gonna call it for tonight. But one thing I did want to bring up, I guess on a somber note to end this episode.
Nice word.
You like that?
Yeah, good job.
So on my Instagram, I was trying to promote him too, and this is the beginning. So I'm on an app called 9gag, if anyone knows, and one of the guys posted and tried to get this kid up. So his YouTube channel is called Cool King Logan. So he was battling cancer, and his goal, kind of his life goal, was to just be a YouTube star. And at the time when I found out about it, he only had 60,000 subs, but he just wanted to be like this big YouTuber. And so with 9gag and the community, someone put it up, and we just started spreading it across. I was trying to put it up on my Instagram to get it going, and as of now, he's got 131,000 subscribers. So, and all the fans and everything in the comments too are just like, they're all pro, like they're just great people. But unfortunately, he passed away 2 days ago. He passed away 2 days ago. It's rough. For a kid his age too, I think he was 12, 13. For a kid his age to, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, he would always keep everyone updated too, because he knew the community that he had was just a bunch of people who kid. So, like, he won't post anything, and then, like, even when he wasn't feeling well, he'd post something on YouTube and be like, "Hey, sorry, I wasn't posting." Like, and he'll come out and be like, hey, like I have these headaches, like this medicine that I'm taking is not making me feel well, but I do want to say like, hey, like I'm doing the best I can, like, you know, thank you all for like subscribing to me, like I thank you for all making me this big. And so if you go back, you can watch all his videos, it's still there, but again, unfortunately he passed away, so I do want to say rest in peace, buddy. Like, it's been great watching all your content for as long as I've subbed to you and found you. So if you do want to see any of his content, definitely look up Cool King Logan. Just a great kid all around, and just unfortunate. Cancer just fucking sucks, man. But again, unfortunately, with America's our healthcare system is absolute fucking garbage, and their family is having a hard time with all the medical bills. And there's a GoFundMe to help them out, and a lot of the fans have pitched in. I've pitched in to help out too with the bills. And so if you care or want, I'll have the link for the GoFundMe down below. And I'll also have his link to his YouTube down below, too, to check him out and give him a subscription. I'm sure he'll be looking down and enjoying everyone watching his videos. And I know it ends on a somber note, but I think for these nips, I'm going to do the nip for Logan here.
Yeah, this one goes out to Logan.
This one goes out to Logan, buddy.
What do you got today?
I got peppermint schnapps.
I have 99 butterscotch. I only got a couple more of these, thank Christ.
What do you have left?
Water ready.
It's peach. I gave
pineapple,
you
right?
peach and pineapple, so it's not that bad.
It's not that good either, bud. Cheers.
This is to you, Logan. Rest in peace, buddy. I feel like I just drank Listerine.
Those are good, though. I like peppermint schnapps.
They are good. Did I ever tell you about Germany? At all? Did I ever talk to you about, like, the beers there?
Yeah.
Did I ever say it on here?
I don't think so.
How fucking hammered I was. So me and my girlfriend went down to Munich a few years ago. Down to Munich. We went to Europe, and we went to Munich a few years ago. And so in Munich, that clock tower, like everyone knows from Munich, inside there's this restaurant that we loved called the Ratskeller, and I can't wait to go back. The food was so good. But when you're in Germany and you got to do what Germany does, and that's beer. I'm not a big beer guy, as you know, but that beer was incredible. And it comes in like the steins that are like this big. And you're looking over, seeing like these Germans just chugging them, almost chugging them, basically going like 2 or 3 at a time, and just laughing, like calm. So I got my first one, and I'm drinking it. I'm like, this is fantastic. This is the best beer I've ever had. And that's not saying much because I don't have much beer. But you're sitting there, you have like the pretzels, you have the food and shit. And I remember finishing it, and I'm sitting down the entire time, by the way. And I'm just one, by the way. And this is a guy who just like drinks the hard alcohol. And I remember the waiter comes around, and they don't offer dessert in Germany. Did you know that? They come around and be like, schnapps, like that's the dessert. Yep. And I was like, thank fucking God I said no. Because I remember I got the bill, and money's king there, so I gave him the money, and I tip him. I tip everyone in Germany. Tipping is not really a big thing in Germany. Like, when I was tipping the waitresses, like, they were confused. I'm like, no, you keep that. And they're just so happy they got it, which is funny to me. But I remember getting up after that one beer, and I could not make it home. Like, I had to lean on Tara and, like, walk back to the hotel we were at. But
did she have one?
Yeah.
And she was good?
And she was good for some reason. But she had, like, they call the lady and the gentleman's.
Oh,
and the ladies was like this, whereas the gentleman's was like this. So she wasn't as bad. But I finally got to the end of the week and constant beer drinking that I was finally able to do 2 of them and be fun.
There you go.
But
you can get that stuff here, too. Like, I sell a lot of German beer. Polliner, Hackershore, Hofbrau.
Hofbrau?
Yeah, but they also have out here, you could get like, I don't know if it's German, Weihenstephaner. It's the oldest brewery in the world. And then there's a bunch of other ones, Spaten.
I can't remember why or what it is. I asked the waitress there before we left back to America. They called it Hell's Fire. And I remember asking the waitress or waiter what it was, and it was just a beer. It told a different name of the beer. For some reason, they just call it Hell's Fire. But I totally forgot what it was. Should have taken a picture of it. But
it was good?
It was really fucking good. So if I could find that here. I did.
You
know what? I did find it. Sorry, I have the bottle still at my house. And the bottle was not as good as the draft.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
Even if you find it here, it's different because in Europe, I forget if they do or they don't have to, but milk is pasteurized or like non-pasteurized, whatever. Beer is pasteurized there, but you can't pasteurize beer here. So it's going to taste different anyways.
Oh, that's
and
so weird.
when it's brewed there to be imported to America, it has to be done by the American laws. So it'll still taste different there compared to here. And it is much better over there.
It's so good. Sundays, man, the breweries came in. So the clock tower I was talking to you about, if anyone doesn't know, I'll put a picture right here. It's as soon as you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah. Big space right in front. And Sundays, I found out that we're there is that a bunch of breweries from around Germany itself. They go there and fuck, that looks amazing. I'm fucking hungry, man. Chicken waffle sandwich from Carl's Jr. I'll do it. But all the breweries go around in that clock tower, and you could buy steins and like big bottles and just walk around Germany drinking just open beer, and that's it. Like I was noticing guys like working like painters and shit, or just people working in general, and like on break they just like had a beer and just relax. I'm like, I wish we could fucking do that here in the States, but
well, you can. You can't do it in Massachusetts. You can do it in like New Orleans. You can do it in like Vegas, and like I think the state of Kentucky, you're legally allowed to have, like if me and you are driving in the car, if I'm driving, you're allowed to drink a beer in the car, but I'm not. So if there's one open beer in the car, it's okay. If there's two, we're fucked.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, but like there's certain states, different laws like that you can do it. Just Massachusetts, you can't. People do it anyways in Massachusetts, hanging out outside the stores, crack a beer.
Oh yeah, cops come around all the time at like the parking lots of the hockey hockey arenas and just see everyone drinking. Like, okay, whatever, just get out of there. But yeah, man, like it was just so relaxed and just like. Both Japan and Germany were just like this relaxed type of like living style that they had that you don't really have that here in the States. And I'm like, I wish we could have that here, but I think the problem with that type but yeah, you're right. I guess like those states do have it, but I guess when you do that here in like especially Massachusetts, like having like a beer for like lunch or something like that, people here will probably go overboard, and then you have fucking drunk people all over the place. And
yes and no. I mean, I don't know. It's a whole different thing. Like you're going there on vacation, and now it looks so like rose-colored glasses while you're there. And then if you actually like are from Germany, it's just what it is. Yeah. And then when you're here, it's just grass is always greener. I feel like
Yeah. Right.
Like you were bitching about the healthcare system here, but like in Canada, they have free healthcare, but you break your arm, they'll tell you, all right, you got to come back in 2 months because there's 2 month wait for us to give you surgery. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, you got a good point.
I don't know. Grass isn't always greener in my eyes.
No, I think there's give and take for everything, I guess. But with that said, we're gonna finish this off, man. It was a pleasure with you. Episode 30 tonight. Next week we will have a special guest with us. Do we want to say his name? Everyone's going to say it anyway. It's going to be Peter Mandarino from Stinky Socks Hockey from here in Massachusetts. This will be great. I've known him for years. I was actually one of his goalies when he first started, I guess. And I wouldn't say been with him ever since, but I've known him ever since. Great guy. So I can't wait to have him on and as a guest here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll want to send us off, buddy? Because I can't fucking remember what we say.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. If there's anything you want to see us cover next episode, let us know. Our links are in the description below, and we'll see you next week.
I love it. Bye, guys.